108.9 on social media. Instagram.
Power 108.9.
And Facebook.
Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9. A station for the people.
Honest question. Do you really know what's going on in the metro Atlanta real estate market?
I own half of Atlanta. You believe that? Real estate.
Team Todd Realty Group.
Atlanta has become a hotbed for real estate, and it's consistently growing by the day.
Nikita Todd and the good folks with Team Todd Realty Group are here to assist you with any of your real estate needs. Looking to buy a house?
What I would tell a first-time home buyer is to make sure that you have saved adequately.
Thinking about that investment property?
Reach out to me because, of course, I have a lot of resources.
Or trying to sell your house?
It's always best to consult with your realtor first. We have options to get your house on the market as quickly as possible. And we also have other options to where you can purchase with cash and sell your home later. So it's always best to consult a realtor because we have a lot of tricks of the trade that not everybody's privy to.
Don't wait another minute. Go to www.teamtoddrealty.com for more information.
Team Todd Realty Group.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the Joystick. The Joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your Joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Power 108.9 is the website. Hey, we got an awesome show for you today. Power. We got to shout it. 108.9 is the website. It's got some super duper cool people.
With Michael and friends. So much power.
Mornings with Michael and friends right here on Power 108.9. Got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, though, it's 2 for Tuesdays. Two for 2 Tuesdays on Mornings with Michael and friends. Today's show is being brought to you by Alvin Jameson. Yeah, you looking for a new house and you need some money to finance that junk? You can hit him up. Also, Nikita Todd is in the building too. Yeah, we're going to be talking some real estate with Nikita. So we got the 2 for 2 in the building right now. It's kind of similar to the 4 for 4, but just minus 2 because it's 2 and not the 4. Okay, y'all will do that math. Y'all must be on that west side math over there. Hey, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. One, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Been gone for a minute. I'll tell you how it went over this past week or so that we've been out. No, I won't. Also, too, how many people saw the House of Dragons yesterday or whenever it came out, the prequel from the other show that everybody loved? I'll talk about that. What NFL team is the highest paid, top team speaking financially in the NFL. They've done it again. Also, too, man, y'all heard about the lady in ATL. Shot 2 people. Conspiracy theory. Why was she wearing that goddamn shirt that dude had on from Monopoly, though? Y'all know the get out of jail free, the go to jail dude? Did it look like that shirt? Is it just me or not? Yeah, she did. She already knew where she was going. Also, too, in the news, man, stay at home's dad life is ruined. I'll tell you why. The Big Mac remix. I'll tell you what is really coming to the Big Mac. The change is coming to the Big Mac at McDonald's. So do me a favor. Thank y'all for sharing the show today. We back. Yeah, I'm a little rusty. So what? So are y'all. Oh, rusty asses. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Hey, this is Nikita Todd with Team Todd Realty Group, and you're listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Gotta say good morning to Latasha McFadden, who's checking in this morning. Good morning. Thank you for the beautiful good morning message. Also in the building, Nikita Todd is here. What up, Nikita?
Good morning.
You're sitting in the executive contributor spot as usual.
Absolutely.
Just on the wrong day, though.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. You know, I'm glad to be here. And waiting for Alvin so we can talk real estate this morning. But yes, ready to get back to work since school is back in and the schedule is normal now.
Yes, and you actually you're on a new side of town, huh?
I am.
Nice. How the girls adapting?
They're adapting well. Trying to get used to the new school, new environment, new neighborhood. So you know, trying to get it together.
That mean keep talking.
Okay.
Thank you. I was trying to cough. I took myself off camera
over there. I was just trying to make sure you're okay. But I'm excited to hear about your trip that you took last week.
Damn, you can't talk longer than that.
Well, I was kind of like thrown off guard. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you've been doing this radio thing for a
I'm
long time now.
I'm a little rusty too.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
all good. So yeah, I think I'm okay now.
Okay.
Let me get some more water.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that little frog right there. It's right there in the middle.
You okay?
All right, I got it.
Okay.
Nikita Todd is in the building today, Team Todd Realty Group. Hey, let's talk about these national days. Today is National Ride the Wind Day.
Okay.
Ride the Wind, what does that mean? Enjoy the last days of summer and the warm breezes on August the 23rd as we celebrate the annual National Ride the Wind Day. Today is also National Sponge Cake Day. We always talk about that. I think you've been on the show a couple of times where we had Sponge Cake Day.
I think so.
You know, the sponge cakes, you take your strawberries and some Cool Whip and make a very light dessert there.
I thought that was angel food.
Oh, sponge cake and angel food?
Maybe
too?
they're the same thing.
Could be, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know, but why would they be named different if they're the same thing?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense, does
Because,
it?
you know, it could have just be a brand. You know how, like, Kleenex is tissue?
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Ubering is Uber
Rideshare.
and Lyft. Yeah, rideshare.
Mm-hmm.
What else? can we-
Googling is searching.
Searching, depending on. Hey, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Encyclopediaing is Googling.
No.
That didn't make sense at all. Today is also National Cuban Sandwich Day. A Cuban is made up of, do you know?
Is it like serrano ham, some
Ham.
pork?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, you know, some pickled peppers.
Pickle, yep. Two more things.
Cuban bread.
Yep. Two more things.
And some type of salami, maybe?
Nah, what about the cheese? What kind of cheese you think is on a Cuban?
Pepper jack cheese?
Kind of, sort of.
Swiss.
Twist.
Okay.
And then the last thing that makes the Cuban is the spread. What kind of spread you
Is
think?
it like a pecorino?
You're doing too much.
Like a mustard?
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Yes, there you
yeah.
go. So ham, roast pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard makes the Cuban sandwich. So today we celebrate National Cuban Sandwich Day, National Ride the Wind Day, and National Sponge Cake Day. Hey, yesterday, man, a woman shoots several people on yesterday. I think 2 were confirmed dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
2 dead, a couple of injured in Atlanta before she went on the run. In the streets of Atlanta, shots were fired before she started fleeing the scene. Police actually caught up with her at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. With all of the, we were talking earlier about this. I guess, like, I know there's no silver lining when people lose their lives or just active shooters out there, things like that. But the thing I said to you about this shooting yesterday was that it wasn't just a random shooting.
Right.
Like, it
which
wasn't,
is,
you know,
always
someone,
makes you feel safer.
yeah, it makes you feel a little bit safer. She did this with intent, and that intent could possibly uncover a larger conspiracy out there, according to the information that she had. Pertaining to the company that she worked with. We're talking SEC. Is it SEC? I thought it's football. Security Exchange Commission. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Allegations and fraud and all that kind of stuff. So you think over the next couple of weeks, some shit's gonna hit the fan?
Law and Order, Law and Order SVU, something. They're gonna make an episode out of it later.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
But I do believe that she also killed maybe the building manager of where she was living because
wow.
Based on the story that I saw, she said that the accusations were that the building management failed her because I guess whomever she was accusing of this fraud came to her house and hacked her computer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's a bigger story.
Well, maybe we just watched some old episodes of The Simpsons. It probably was on one of those. Hey, you know how they are. They're always uncovering some stuff.
That's more so like Donald Trump stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so definitely gonna find out about more information about that. Also in the news on yesterday, what else did I find out yesterday? You could probably become Miss Universe now, right?
Really?
Because they made changes to some of the rules.
Age?
A lot of other stuff too. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I'll tell you about that just in case you wanna, flaunt your stuff before your 50th
Hey,
birthday. You might as well.
Might as well.
Also, too, man, speaking of airports, man, America's worst airports for cancellations were revealed last week. FlightAware, which revealed that nearly 2,000 flights were canceled at airports most prone to cancellation last week, including LaGuardia was number one. LaGuardia and New York Liberty topped the table with 11.5% and 2.2% of all of their flights called off. It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Like, I traveled a lot this year, and none of my flights have been canceled.
Mine either. They
None
might
of
have been
them.
delayed, but not canceled.
Yeah, and I could probably count on a couple of fingers that were delayed, but for the most part, I didn't fall into that rush. Into that, my flight was canceled deal.
I think a lot of the times it has to do with, I guess, location.
Yeah, right, because LaGuardia and Newark are the top
but
two.
that's odd because LaGuardia is a very busy airport. So you would think that they would have, flights, a lot of flights coming in and out. So for your flight to be canceled, that's kind of odd to me. But, and I'm not a flight, I'm not a part of that industry, so I don't know how that works.
And then I love it, too, has to do with weather conditions and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense. But am I just getting too old? But flying can sometimes becoming a hassle, especially if you ain't goddamn top tier.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't Delta One in that thing, or if you ain't got Sky Priority and stuff like that, flying is kind of a goddamn hassle, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, I fly a lot. Especially since my fiance was living in another city, so. When we're going on vacation, of course, we spend more to fly luxury, but to do these up and down, back and forth every weekend type of thing, we have definitely flown some economy airlines.
You done some of those Spirit Jones?
Yes, I have. I am very proud to say that I've purchased penny flights.
No shame in your game.
No shame in my game. But anyway, I've noticed that, even in the quote unquote emergency row where, us tall people sit when we can't sit in first class.
Yes, that's where we love to sit.
Yes. So I've noticed that they've gotten.
Yeah. I thought you were going to have a joke right there.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'll let you have that one. But I've noticed that on Southwest Airlines, the seat is no longer like roomy for leg room as much. So they've condensed where you sit. So it's become hard as a tall person. I'm just gonna have to remain in first class.
Right, you're gonna have to go on take that L.
We
the flight we had, which was a very long flight, as a matter of fact, talking 9+ hours, and Tasha and I, we made a point to say, you know what, we're gonna make that Delta One or whatever that upgrade is or purchase is, because it's a little bit more. Definitely more relaxed, because I can't sleep in the airplane.
Oh, you can't?
Nah.
Oh, I can sleep with no problem.
I cannot
You gotta have
sleep.
a couple cocktails. No?
That probably wouldn't even do it for me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not comfortable. Like I can't fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't fall asleep if I'm not comfortable. If I had one of them little Delta One Jones, is that Delta One where they had a little bed
The
thing?
cubicle thing?
Yeah. Yeah, if it was that, man.
But not even like a wider seat like in first class?
Probably not.
Really?
Probably not. Maybe because I can maybe lean to the side like that.
It's a lot more room.
Yeah.
You have space. You have arm room. You wouldn't even touch Tasha.
Okay. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because
that body heat is radiating when you're sitting too close.
I will say on that flight coming back home, eating that damn gelato over there, I probably farted about 97 times on the flight. And the good thing about it is don't nobody know where it came from. So.
but it was next to Tasha though.
Nobody knew where that gas came from. But the thing that that she said was that, oh, how ironic, because I was farting too. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We both was getting our fart on. I'm like, whose stinking ass is that over there? So, hey, Nikita Todd, Team Todd Realty Group is in the building with us today. I don't know where Alvin is, but it's all good because the show must go on. Hey, in real estate news, I want to talk a little bit real estate with you. Not a little bit, but that's what we do when you're in the building with us. Good news, bad news, I guess. Ignoring anything that's overpaid. That's the quote from borrowers and realtors out there today as Atlanta home sellers see a new reality as buyer demand cools down. Now they are ignoring, meaning houses that are overpriced now. Is that what you're seeing in the market today?
Yes, and that's an interesting way of putting it. I guess that's kind of overreaching through everything with, inflation, right? Buyers have cooled down, yes, because the interest rates have gone up. And so the affordability has changed for those people who were possibly on the fence of being able to afford the next tier. But as far as the activity, still seeing the activity of people who are seriously wanting to buy. My business is still pretty steady. I know that the luxury home market, you're starting to see more reductions, but those people that you that are buying in that $400 to $600 price range, they're still actively in the market because right now that's our first-time home buyer. So yes, you will see price reductions, all around the board, just because people were aggressively pricing, just because that was the market that we were in. But now it's leveling out to be an even playing field. So there's room for negotiation. Properties are staying on the market a lot longer, and interest rates are up. But however, for those people who were not a part of, the generation or the housing market when, rates were anywhere between 5 and 7%, technically it's normal. So there's no fear here. So.
You know what that is right there?
Yeah, you were trying to do a boomerang.
Yeah, your boomerang when you close on a house.
Yeah.
So yeah, but congratulations to you and your clients out there still doing it. So when we talk about a lot of things that we talked about during this height of the buyer surge out there or the seller market surge out there, home inventory leveling out in the state of Georgia is. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we're seeing more inventory on the market. New homes are able to catch up. With new bills, people are able to get their home on the market, and then buyers are actually able to really, truly analyze the property.
Got you.
People are actually been able to do their due diligence prior to putting in an offer just to make sure that this is the house for them rather than being rushed to make a decision just because 30 other people are lined up at the door.
Do buyers or sellers, I should say, like especially like new home builders, do they get to a point where the market begins to level out? They be like, hey, Nikita, 6 months ago, I was just playing, not letting you put that offer in because it was just so lowballing. Come on over here. Let me show you what I'm going to do for you now. Do buyers do that or sellers do that now?
Well, more so buyers, just because the buyers were the ones that were, pretty much were in the chokehold in the last couple of years. And so now those buyers who said that they would wait till the end of the year or wait till next year, they're starting to wrap back around to say, hey, my situation has changed. And most of the time it's going to be renters, in all honesty, because right now rents are astronomically high in Atlanta. So you might as well purchase that $400,000 or $500,000 house because you're paying that in rent. The average 2-bedroom, if you're living downtown, is, upwards of $2,000. And so, in that, you can get a mortgage for that.
What about those that don't want to make that commitment? Like, I don't want to get married. Like, we can be boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't want to make that 30-year commitment of living in a house. Would you say just jump in the arm or something like that where they can get in on a lower interest rate and get out?
Just because, 30 years, people don't stay in their house that long anymore. I mean, of course, if you're on the, other side of 50, maybe so, just because you're settled down, you have roots and, that's probably pretty much where you're going to retire. However, for people who are just getting into the market, look at the ARMs, talk to your lender to get more educated on what that looks like, just because, of course, ARMs got a bad name, in the early 2000s, 2008, 2007, when the market crashed, because of course people were using the interest-only ARMs and other ARMs, and they were not able to get out because the market did go down. They were stuck in their house. They were underwater. Now property values are really high. There's no threat of the market crashing per se for that particular reason. So getting into an ARM, 5, 7, 10-year ARMs, they even have that, will give you a lower interest rate. And then also, you're not going to be there that long. You can sell it, and eventually refinance when the rates go back down, if they do.
Team Todd Realty Group is in the building. Nikita Todd is hanging out with us today. Yep, it's not Monday. You're not saying anything. Yep, it's Tuesday, and she's hanging out with us today, this August 23rd, 2022. Tell people how they can keep in touch with you.
They can keep in touch with me by calling me at 404-379-6239.
Hey, I got to say good morning to Pops. What up, Pops? Good to see you hanging out with us this morning. And also, too, when we come back, I should say, we got your birthdays and shout-outs coming up. And probably one of the most overrated things that I saw during our vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you about that when we come back.
All right, I think I can guess.
Guess.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
No.
Okay.
Because that was pretty cool. Well,
because I was told that it's not leaning as much as you think it's leaning.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, yes, it is.
I was just guessing.
That mother look like your drunk uncle.
Did they allow you to go up inside the tower?
237 steps, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
yeah,
so they do allow you to go in.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't it. Good guess, though.
Okay.
Is that the same city? Is that the same city, Tasha? Nah, it's a different city. So
Okay.
we'll talk about it when we come back. Don't go nowhere. Mornings, Michael Friends, Power 108.9.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media. Instagram
At Power 108.9.
and Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Tired of all that baloney they force feed you on social media?
Yes.
Then get connected to Power 108.9, a station for the people. Honest question. Do you really know what's going on in the Metro Atlanta real estate market?
I own half of Atlanta. You believe that? Real estate.
Team Todd Realty Group. Atlanta has become a hotbed for real estate, and it's consistently growing by the day. Nikita Todd and the good folks with Team Todd Realty Group are here to assist you with any of your real estate needs. Looking to buy a house?
What I would tell a first-time home buyer is to make sure that you have saved adequately.
Thinking about that investment property?
Reach out to me because, of course, I have a lot of resources.
Or trying to sell your house?
It's always best to consult with your realtor first. We have options to get your house on the market as quickly as possible. And we also have other options to where you can purchase with cash and sell your home later. So it's always best to consult a realtor because we have a lot of tricks of the trade that not everybody's privy to.
Don't wait another minute. Go to www.teamtoddrealty.com for more information.
Team Todd Realty Group.
With mine, and I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 this month.
Damn.
Really, Michael? I'm sorry.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Malik McFadden, and did you know that you can listen to Power 108.9 24/7? Just visit the website, power1089.com, or simply say, Alexa, play Power 108.9. Yeah.
Yo, welcome back. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group. And, of course, Alvin Jameson. Yeah, alvinjameson.com. If you're looking for a house, one of those ARMs, 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, whatever, you can hit them up, alvinjameson.com. Got birthdays and shout-outs coming up here in a minute. Finally got logged back into social media, Facebook. Don't you hate when you change your password and you come back and they be like, okay, put your password in, you be like, God damn. And you put it in, it was like, nah, you changed your password 11 hours ago. You don't remember it, dummy?
No, my thing is when you change the password, then you end up typing the password, the next one, and they say, you've already used that password. Damn it, that was the one that I put in.
Or how about this? What's the other one that gets you? You log in, you get the password in there, and then it asks you that question. Do you want to save this password? And you got to make a decision whether or not you want to save it, because if you save it and it ain't right, then it ain't going to save. Like, why I'm going to save it if I don't know if it's the right password? But then if I save it, yeah, you get the picture.
Yes, I do.
So shout out to the password gods out there. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, those are coming up in a second. Most overrated place that we saw over the week is the Coliseum, where the Coliseum is.
Really? Why was it overrated?
So I was envisioning on our tour that when we showed up to the Coliseum, like it was gonna be in this big ass open field, like where gladiators were, ride these chariots and horses into the Coliseum, nothing but dirt, and just we ready to fight. Won't.
It's just the ruins.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was like shops and stores all around it.
No way.
Oh yeah, it's very touristy. It's like coming into the Battery. It's like coming into the Battery. And Truist Park is the Coliseum. Like it just sits right there. So it just it's just a city that has so much history and just, I can't say the word, help me, architectural, great architecture, that word, design.
You said it right the first
like
time.
it's beautiful, but at the same time it's like, oh, okay. And then move on. Yeah, it's time to move on. But definitely was a good look. And just to see, one thing that Tasha talked about during our tour is them not having the resources to build the shit that they built during that time, because we're talking about 1400s, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have these big cranes to do all that stuff. They just had the Negroes out there doing it. Negroes and Mexicans.
I don't think the Mexicans were over
okay.
there. No, but what I would say is, people had time then. They had time to make things quality. Because of course, with us having all this technology now, just looking at some of the architecture around here is not as fancy as it once was.
Yeah.
So it was people who, they dedicated their lives to that craft. The blacksmen, the craftsmen, whatever it was that you did, you took pride in that, and so you took your time. People were not in a rush, like hurry up, we got to get this
right.
Summer 2000.
Got a goddamn deadline, right? They don't have a sign out front saying opening summer 2023.
No, nah. It was just there, and then people, so they just took their time.
They didn't have the who is it you be waiting on to come inspect your stuff? The code enforcers.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't have all of that stuff. Nah, let's get it up. Just
get
take
it
the
up.
time. We're fine. But nah, it's such a beautiful, just all the places that we had the opportunity to visit. Such a great experience. We probably averaged over 15,000 steps per day. And then on top of that, like I think one of our longest day, we did over 20,000 steps in one day. But the one thing that vacation is not one where you're gonna be sitting by the beach chilling. That's not that type of party. When you do that type of getaway, you're really there just to explore. Some of my highlights were definitely just being in the cities and the shopping, like the shops that they have with the different foods and the fruits and the meat that's just sitting out in the open air. Here, taste my meat, like. So just that experience itself, it was just a cool trip.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why Europeans are so skinny, because they're always walking.
But
their cities
sense.
are walkable cities.
Yeah.
That, you're able to do that.
Yeah. So shout out to Wifey. As a matter of fact, we booked our next one already.
Really, where are you going?
Destination unknown, undisclosed.
Okay.
So
I'm sure it's gonna be fabulous. I was telling Tasha that the Amalfi Coast is one of the places that we've been considering to go on our honeymoon.
Oh, nice.
And she told me how beautiful it was, and it was breathtaking. That the pictures do it no justice.
So just what's the here's a player tip for you. Amalfi Coast is just that. It's the coast.
Yeah.
And it's I'm saying, but it's different cities down there. So you have to specify which city that you want to go to. Because my wife was telling our tour guide, yes, we want to go to the Amalfi Coast. And that's saying like, hey, I want to go to Atlanta. Okay. Where do you want to go in Atlanta?
Yeah.
But they have like different cities down there on the coast. So whether it's Amalfi or whatever that one's called or whatever that one's called, it will depend where on the coast you will be. But all in all, yes, freaking awesome. Freaking beautiful. I don't know if I could live there, though.
Okay, why not?
Ain't shit to do.
Oh, as far as entertainment?
Yeah, I ain't seen no strip clubs. I ain't seen no I ain't see none of that. None of them Europeans. Nobody shaking nothing over there. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they have it. You just got to know the right people.
Right.
Best believe they created it.
Hey, with that being said, y'all know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Girl, it's your birthday. In here tonight. Girl, it's your birthday. In here tonight.
Yo, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by our very own Oliver Adams, a.k.a. Coach Oliver Adams, who always reminds us that true power comes from the inside of you. And once the power to live is ignited, change happens immediately. Hey, you grab a copy of his latest book. It's called Fix Your Credit, Transform Your Life. And you check it out on his website, oliveradams.com. What zodiac sign we on? Leo still? Is it Leo?
No, I think we're Virgos.
Virgo season. Shout out to
Yeah.
all the Virgos out there today celebrating birthdays, starting with, let me do this real quick. Because I wasn't able to do this when we first started. No, I'm not going to be able to do it from here. I got to do it from my phone. Yeah, you can tell I'm rusty as hell. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you got any shout outs or birthdays you want to?
No, I just got an anniversary, but I'll wait till you finish your birthdays.
Okay. Hey, celebrating a birthday today, Lil Yachty got a birthday today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's 25 years old today. Also celebrating a birthday today, Seth Curry is celebrating a birthday today. The
brother?
The younger brother of Steph Curry. Also celebrating a birthday today, Jeremy Lin turns 34 years old. Actor Scott Conn is 46 years old today. Scott Conn played in Ocean's 12. And that's also James Caan's son.
Okay.
One of his sons. Also, I wish I had his girl. Song. I wish that I had
I don't know that.
Jesse's girl. Rick Springfield.
Okay.
73 years old today.
Yeah, that's.
You don't know Jesse's girl?
I do, but
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah, that didn't cue me to think about that.
All right. She's turning 91 years old today. Barbara Eden.
Oh wow.
Bewitched? No, she wasn't Bewitched. She was damn, what was Barbara Eden? Why I thought
she wasn't Bewitched.
Was she Bewitched?
I thought so.
Look, everybody going to their phone.
That was one of my favorite shows. Maybe not.
Hold on, let's see. Barbara Eden. Come on, son. She was she was Jeannie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was Jeannie. That's who she was. So
I Dream of Jeannie.
yeah, happy
Okay.
birthday to her. Who's celebrating a birthday today. Also celebrating a birthday today, Dia Lupa is 28 years old. Bill Parcells turns 82 years old today. And I got a couple of WB birthdays today. These are would have been birthdays. If they would have been here with us today, they would have been celebrating a birthday. Who am I talking about? One, Phoenix Rivers. 23 years old when he passed away. Did
Yeah.
not realize it was that long
he was
ago.
really young.
Yeah, River would have been 52 years old.
No way.
Yeah, born 1970. Yep. He was about he was born 1970, and I told you I just learned like a couple years ago what movie when his brother Joaquin. Did I turn you off?
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay,
there you
yeah,
go.
you did turn me off.
Nah, you keep messing with my cord over there.
No,
That
you turned me off.
No, that was my cue to stop messing with my cord. Lord have mercy. She got nervous tendencies over there, ladies and gentlemen. She's been doing radio for 50 years. But River is 52 years old. He died outside of the Viper Club in Beverly Hills back in the day. Also, he would have been turning 44 years old today, believe it or not. Died at 41, Kobe Bryant. And Vanessa and the kids are going through a court trial right now about the pictures with the fire people. Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, happy birthday to Kobe Bean Bryant. And also celebrating a birthday today, man, the godfather of go-go.
Okay.
Chuck Brown.
Yes, sir.
Chuck Brown would have been 86 years old today. Passed away at the age of 75. Born in North Carolina. Was it Gastonia? I want to say Gastonia, North Carolina. Moved to D.C. Started that go-go music revolution. Chuck Brown would have been 86 years old today. And I'm pretty sure the folks up in D.C. and the DMV area are going to be
celebrating.
cranking it up today. So happy birthday to them. You say you got an anniversary over there?
Yes, I won't be here on Thursday to give them a shout out. But shout out to my parents. They'll be celebrating their 49th
Oh, wow.
wedding anniversary on Thursday.
Wow, 49 years.
Yep.
Man. And none of their kids are older than the
Absolutely
anniversary.
not. Absolutely not. Don't let this gray hair fool you.
Nah, congratulations to them, man. Such a amazing. I bet like just to see how being married for this long and then to see the state of marriage in 2022, like I would be very curious of what they think about that today.
What meaning?
You know,
meaning like the state of marriage as the topic in general. Yeah. They say they hate it for their granddaughters when they grow up.
Yeah.
And they, it's just one of those things that they just hate to see the state of the world, that marriage is not important to find a good partner these days. So.
Yeah, and speaking of, let's have that conversation, right? When you think about it, excuse me, gosh. When you think about it, yeah, marriage it doesn't have the same value to people as it did 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And to me, I just say, for me, I just say that's a part of getting older, because all of this stuff is going to eventually evolve, right? And there's nothing that we can do about it. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could hope and pray and and teach your children of the value, and to constantly try to embed those traditions, and just hope that they find a partner, that is like-minded. But to each his own. Marriage is not for everybody, but for those that it is, it's a blessing. I would say that I found a great partner, the person that I would be marrying in April, that I didn't think that I would be able to, get married again. And it's one of those things where you just have to, take your time, be slow about making those decisions. And I think when you get more mature, you understand, where your shortcomings are, and you're able to be patient with other people's shortcomings. And so when you understand the value of patience and grace and mercy, I think then that's when you can entertain marriage. Marriage is not about the ceremony. Marriage is not about the day. Marriage is not even about, showing people on social media. It's about what you do daily.
Oh, yeah.
And making that commitment. So it is definitely hard, but it's definitely worth it if both people are committed to what that looks like.
We met a couple this past week, 13 years together. Not married. 13 years together, living in separate cities.
Yep.
Living in separate cities, and it works for them.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think about, like, when you talked about with the girls, and us looking back when we were younger at things that our parents were, very, very strong with us on, or our teachers were strong with us on. And when you look forward, it's like, that stuff you were saying, I understand it worked for you back then, but not today. Like, for instance, what our teachers used to always say, Michael, you're not going to always have a calculator with you. Yes, I am.
They didn't know what you know now, right?
Michael, you're not going to be able to walk around with an encyclopedia all day to look up words and dictionary. Yes, I am. But it just goes to show the evolution of just a society as we grow, and how do we adapt to it. I love the fact, yes, we gotta teach our kids the core values of being a great person, and allow for us, allowing them to make their right decision.
Correct.
That's how I would put it. For them to make their right decision, and not make them feel like it was a right or wrong decision.
Correct.
Just because I wasn't raised that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make sense?
Yeah. I mean, because you have to, dig deeper to have tougher conversations of, what does that look like for you? And, however many years you're projecting this to work out for you. Have you thought about this? So it's not about saying you're wrong, but it's about, did you think about this? Did you think about that? And say, okay, well, if you'd like to have a conversation about that, I'm willing to have a conversation, or are you open to my opinion about it? So it's one of those things of course, just in relationships, I'm learning to parent better myself, to not make them feel as though the way that I think is the way they should think, but I try to mold them to kind of think bigger,
right?
And to critically think, right? And so, just like you were saying that the couple that you met, have been together for 13 years, is about a commitment of, I want to be with you. We don't have to have a piece of paper to say that, and all those things. And then those are people who decide to have that type of relationship, kudos to them. And those who want to have a piece of paper, kudos to them. It's just about what you think that your relationship should be. It's not about the, 1 through 10 of what we need to do in a relationship. Is what you create for your own selves.
I think that when I see relationships like that work with a 10, 13, 15 year commitment where we're committed to each other, and I want to be with you, I think what separates the person getting married to staying in that situation is the business part of
Absolutely.
that friendship.
Mhm.
I don't want to go into business with you at this point.
Mhm.
I feel better if we're just kicking it.
Correct.
And I'm not gonna be out here cheating or running around. But it's just much better of us kicking it, because in reality, and I say this, I will say this until I take my last breath. The marriage is the business part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it is.
You're right.
Because now we're coming together, bringing our resources together to build some shit.
Right.
And if you're not looking to do that with me to build some shit, if you think this is all gonna be just the roses and trips and vacations all the time, no, you're in it for the wrong thing, sis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was listening to a couple the other day. It wasn't a couple. I was just one of the shows that was on the station, and I heard them talking about people that marry their best friends. Oh, I'm married to my best friend. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Tasha and I say that we're not best friends. That's my wife. She's on a whole totally different level, right? And we talk about marriage being the business. I posed a question to them after the show. Would you go into business with your best friend?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Just because you want to remain friends with them.
So that proves my point. Look,
Yeah.
that proves my point. You think about people that have been kicking it for years, decades, and they finally make the decision to get married. And after 6 months of being married, what happens?
They get divorced.
They get a divorce. What's the difference? What changed?
The fluffy part.
The
went away.
honeymoon was over.
Yeah.
It was over after
Yeah.
that.
I mean, but I think when you really think about a commitment to somebody, you have to say, is somebody willing to deal with my shit every day when I'm not having a good day? But then at the same time, you also have to realize that when you're not having a good day, you also have to be kind, right? Because that's the person that you say that you love, right? And so why is that person going to be your punching bag?
Right.
So that's one element of it, right? But then when you talk about the business deal part of it, yes, it is a business deal, because when we get married, I get to have better insurance,
Right.
right? And then, of course, the conversations that we currently have of what are we building, Nikki?
Right.
Like, what's the next step? Because you're smart, I'm smart, we have the resources, we have the connection. What's next?
What we gonna do
Because
next?
all this, we love each other, smooth. I mean, it's got to go past that,
Yeah.
right? And so I think that's where the deeper part of a relationship comes from, is because now you can drill deep. You pull from me, I pull from you. We figure it out, and to create whatever we're going to create, the vision. And I think that's where people get lost in a relationship, because it gets boring.
Yeah.
And so if you don't project and plan for the future, then things get boring, because that honeymoon phase is over. You're not taking vacations. You're not going on dates. It just gets boring. So you just always have to be creative.
Nikita Todd, Team Todd Realty Group. I got to say shout out to my man, DJ Hirsch. Hirsch said that piece of paper changed it, but why? Yeah, you're right. Hirsch, like you said, hey, you already know, it became a business. Team prenup or nah? Team prenup or nah?
I wouldn't get married to somebody that I can trust. Yes, that is very naive of me saying that. Correct. However, and of course I don't have billions of dollars
Right,
to
that's
say
what I was
that I'm
about to say.
protecting. Right. So I have a different perspective. But for now, where I am, I don't see that being what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it depends on how old you are when you get married.
Correct.
Like with Tasha and I, we were in our early 20s when we got married. Well, I should say mid 20s when we got married. So we didn't have anything anyway. So a prenup was definitely not in the conversation. And I totally feel like as you build in a relationship, then yeah, y'all built all of this together. Now, if I'm sitting on 1.6 bill and I meet a 26-year-old Instagram influencer,
No.
guess what? You signing
Prenup.
this paper, shout it. You signing this goddamn paper. So, the Extremely Wealthy now. Yeah, so, hey, great question, DJ Hurst. Hey, as a matter of fact, speaking of coming up, and you may have to sign a prenup, Miss Universe is changing its rules.
Okay.
After 70 years, first time that they've changed rules to allow mothers and married women to compete in the competition for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know that they have a Mrs. Universe. No,
Okay.
no, a Mrs. United States, something like that, where it is for people who are married.
Okay. But no, this is Miss Universe, so
really,
we could jump
that's
in that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
How old do you have to be?
It didn't say any ages, but now at least you could be I didn't know you couldn't be married, and I didn't know you couldn't be a mom. I did not know that. So, so yeah. So with that being said, who else retired? Oh, the retired police officer that I told y'all about a couple of weeks ago. Y'all know the woman who went to D.C. and shot her husband because of the allegations of him
cheating,
touching the kids. No, messing with the kids.
Oh no, I hadn't heard.
Yeah,
this story.
she drove from like goddamn Virginia up to D.C. and shot him, then called the police. And then when she got there, it said he's a effing child molester.
Did she kill him?
No, she didn't kill him.
Okay.
Well, James Weems Jr. is 57. He's been held in custody in Baltimore. He is due before a judge today. He's been charged with 13-count indictment, including 3 sexual assault cases against minors. She ran the daycare. And the word started getting back that he was messing with the kids.
Oh.
And he was in D.C. for a conference, police conference. She drove from Baltimore up to D.C. in his hotel room and shot his ass.
She didn't wait to come home?
No.
She went and found him.
She went and found him. She went and found his ass and shot his ass.
Wow.
Yeah, so owner shot his wife. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Also in the news, Marshawn Lynch. You see the unfortunately, Marshawn got busted on a DUI.
No way. No way. That's my boy.
Yeah, he got popped on a DUI. He reeked of booze and was struggling to stay awake. Police video captured him moments after he was dragged out of his car in Las Vegas. The thing that got me, it said that he reeked of alcohol and was missing a shoe during his DUI arrest. So Marshawn had a great night. But the thing about it was, he was arrested at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, he went to the all-night party. Was he in Miami or where was he?
He was in Vegas.
Hey.
7 a.m.
That
in
makes
the morning.
sense. That makes sense.
Wow. Also, too, recently, one of our Atlanta Braves, Marcell Ozuna,
Yeah.
was popped up in Gwinnett County after a Braves game, popped on a DUI charge. He was released on bond. His first game back after the arrest, they booed him when he came out, and then he struck out, and they booed the hell out of his ass after the strikeout.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't know he was struggling at bat. Until my dad's a big Braves fan, so
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was struggling.
Yeah.
His bat is not as hot as it used to be.
Also, moms out there, pro-lifers, cash for pro-lifers. Georgia changes the legal definition of life as beginning inside the womb and offers pregnant mothers a $3,000 tax credit now. I think that's long overdue. What you think?
I think it's long overdue, but at the same time, what's going to happen when, they come? They're not going to get that $3,000 tax credit. Well, yes, they get the child tax credit.
Yeah, they still get it. But they're saying they're giving it to you while
you're pregnant. Yes,
yeah.
that's true.
Also,
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so go on, knock it. I mean,
No, I'm not knocking it.
I wasn't saying knocking it. I was about to say go on and knock out a few more. I mean, you about to get married.
I'm a woman of a certain age, and I have children of a certain age. And
Janet Jackson.
Cool. I'm glad with Janet Jackson. I'm so happy for her. I'm good. Gabby and Nadia are great, and I have 2 beautiful stepchildren. So I have a total of 4 kids eventually.
Oh my goodness! Hey, the NFL is back. Last night, our Atlanta Falcons played on Monday Night Football last night against the New York Jets. Shout out to our new look Atlanta Falcons. Hey, tell you what, Atlanta Falcons have nothing to lose this season. As I always say, we will be 17-0 until we lose our first game. But the crazy part about the national media, they played on ESPN last night, and ESPN, and I can't believe we finally they said this, but they said that y'all better watch out for the Atlanta Falcons because of the fact got a lot of young players out there mixed with a group of older players, and then on top of that, you're seeing an Atlanta Falcons team that you haven't seen in 15 years or so. Especially with mobile quarterbacks, big receivers, stout, tall, big defenses. Last night they went up, it's preseason, went up 24-0 against the Jets. So, hey, when you ain't got nothing to lose and a whole lot to prove, those are the teams out there that really make some noise.
I would agree.
Unfortunately, we play in the NFC South with a dude by the name of Tom Brady, unfortunately.
And then isn't our wide receiver down there too, Julio, with Tom?
What he gonna play? Two games?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, what he gonna play? 2 games?
I don't know.
That sounds like
sometimes when you have a different motivation.
Well, injuries can't keep you pushing.
True.
Yeah. No matter who the damn quarterback is,
True.
if you hurt most of the time, then We know you're a Julio fan.
I am a
still.
Julio fan, but I'm sad that he's not here anymore.
Hey, speaking of the football, the Dallas Cowboys became the NFL's first $8 billion team after a record $1 billion in revenue. 33 years after Jerry Jones bought the club for $140 million, nearly 4 decades ago, like I mentioned. So, $140 million investment returns to now the team being worth $8 billion.
That's awesome.
Damn. There you go. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And Dallas has not won a Super Bowl since
a long time,
1995, if I'm not mistaken. So, but congratulations to them. And then, last but not least, man, the House of Dragon.
Oh my God, it was awesome.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
So you already know. So you were one of these people. The ratings for the debut marked the biggest numbers, ranging before the streaming era. The show that later debuted on HBO. Blah blah blah. I'm reading too much. So it's the prequel to Game of Thrones.
Right.
10 million viewers on the first episode.
Right, and this is the focusing on the family, that own the dragons, the Targaryens. They were the owner of the dragons, and so therefore this is setting up what is, the Game of Thrones. And,
right, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so it was very, very interesting trying to figure out, who was Khaleesi's mom. So I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, of course, I have an idea, but just looking at, just the first episode is amazing. It gave a lot of backstory and history.
So in essence, we were talking to Malik about it yesterday. He asked if we were going to watch it, but we never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh.
And he was like, you probably should watch Game of Thrones, but if it's a prequel,
you can actually watch
it because when you watch the Game of Thrones, it'll make more sense of how it got to that point.
Yep.
And you know what did me like that too? 101 Dalmatians, the movie.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Cruella
DeVille. Yeah.
So
yeah,
growing up as a youngin, when we saw the movie 101 Dalmatians as a child, where did the dogs come from?
Right.
Why is Cruella the way she is?
And just like the Joker too.
Just like hell, like a lot of things that they're doing now, they're building the stories before. So just thinking of a prequel, maybe we can do it that way instead of watching Game of Thrones, because that's like.
Well, yeah, they said you can watch the House of Dragons isolated from the Game of Thrones and really still enjoy it.
Okay, and was it the season premiere? Did y'all just see the premiere?
That was on Sunday, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Team Todd Realty Group, Nikita Todd is in the building with us today as we wrap up today's show. We were talking about real estate out there, man, giving some of those great points, and I think I guess she's happy, right? Are you happy about the fact that inventory levels increased in the state of Georgia in July?
I'm happy that there's more selection. Of course, just because of course your people were not buying just because they didn't like what they see or they saw. So now people have more selection. Am I happy that the interest rates went up? No, I'm just like everybody else. Just because I'm in the market looking for a house myself. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And real estate is always a good investment, no matter when you buy. Of course, buy smart. Some people have the theory to not buy in the height of the market, which, the people who did wait will benefit from the fact that, they're not competing. They're not, having to, give blood, their second child and, $100,000 just to get into a house.
Yeah.
So, each market is for everyone. And so I'm glad to see that people are still actively moving, especially here in Atlanta. I know that other parts of the country will suffer because, of course, they are not as they're not growing as fast as we are, and they don't have the industry that we have. But as far as Atlanta is concerned, we're still growing and still thriving.
Next week when you're here, I want you to spotlight African American builders out there, right?
Okay.
Here in the state of Georgia.
You don't have the cocoa, do you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you all right? All right, but I will feature the African American builders there are, especially I'm super excited to see the product on the South Side. They have some tiny homes, and so that's a new developer. There's a great developer out in East Cobb. He does modern homes. I'll bring him. Well, not bring him, but bring some facts about him as well too. So yeah, that'll be an interesting topic.
Tell people how they can keep in touch with you.
They can keep in touch with me by calling me at 404-379-6239. Or they can find me and follow me on Instagram at Nikita Todd Realtor. You okay? I don't know what else to say. I'm not you. I'm not the host.
Did you stop talking?
Just for a brief moment.
You cannot stop not talk
They understand.
on air.
They understand.
Hey, Team Todd Realty Group. Nikita Todd, Team Todd Realty Group. Hey, I forgot our on this days. Did you know it was on this day? 1984. Speaking of real estate, South Fork Ranch, the home of Dallas.
Dallas, Texas?
The TV show.
Oh, TV show. Okay.
Yeah, the fictitious Ewing Clan's TV show. They sold that house. It was a ranch that was transformed to a tourist site into a hotel, 1984. It was confirmed that, no, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I'll let that one go. Okay. Hey, I want to celebrate this. Americans finally get a chance to be loving it for real at McDonald's. You know the Big Mac, right? 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions,
pickle on the
sesame bun.
Sesame bun, yeah.
Now we've messed that up, McDonald's. Hold on, we'll try it again. 2 all beef patties,
special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
pickles
onions, on a
sesame seed
bun.
bun. Now they did a test. They're confident in it, and it's the chicken Big Mac.
Oh.
So in the U.S. this month, after a limited edition, with such a huge hit in Britain, where they sold out 10 days. They're going to be bringing the chicken Big Mac.
Is it going to be a grilled chicken or is it fried chicken? It's a grilled patty, a beef patty. So I'm just asking. That was an obvious question.
What you going to do? A fried patty?
Sometimes they do.
What you
know, Wendy's has that dollar chicken sandwich with the chicken cutlet from high school.
No, I'm talking about you gonna do a fried hamburger?
No. I'm talking about the chicken.
No, the chicken gonna be fried.
Oh, okay.
Like their chicken sandwich.
Okay. So it might be good.
It might be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to split one?
Yeah, we'll split one when it comes. Not, you remember when you tried to get us to eat those Burger King,
me and Maceo.
Yeah, with the fried macaroni sticks
and the Cheetos. No, it was the Cheetos. The Cheetos with the mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
They were balls. They weren't sticks.
Oh, I thought they were sticks. Yeah, okay.
You didn't get it?
No, not that one.
Did you try?
I might try the Big Mac. No, I never tried that stuff.
Now I did try in Spain. I did go to a Burger King.
Did you?
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to get something that tastes like home. It was horrible.
Oh my gosh. They have a different menu.
Really? What did you get?
One I didn't know because it was all in Spanish. So I didn't know what it was like. And yeah, it's just too much.
But you knew what you had in your hand. What did it look like?
It didn't look like a Big Mac.
Okay.
It didn't look like an American Big Mac.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't have the sesame seeds on my bun or nothing.
But you said Burger King or McDonald's?
Burger King.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway. With that being said, tell people how they can follow you, Nikita. Did you do that already?
I did, but I'll tell them again. They can follow me at Nikita Todd Realtor on all social media platforms, and they can give me a call at 404-379-6239.
Fat said, there she goes. She tripping, bro. What you say? You said something?
I guess when you told me to stop talking, I know what to say.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, with that being said, hey, don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Nikita will be back next
Monday.
Next Monday. And y'all remember, y'all can listen to Power 108.9 24 hours a day. All you got to do is visit the website. You know what? Why am I doing that? Because Malik does it so much better than me.
What's going on, y'all? This is Malik McFadden, and did you know that you can listen to Power 108.9 24/7? Just visit the website, power1089.com, or simply say